Yeah, hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrities here. And this is Chinedu Anichi TV, the African voice in diaspora, streaming live from United States of America. Today, we are having in our show one of our big brothers, one of our comrades, one of very outstanding Nigerian students. When it comes to Nigerian students organization, the Secretariat of Parliamentary and legislative um, legislative outings and undertakings. This is the Senate President of NAS, incumbent Senate President of NAS, and by name Akinteye Babatunde, aka Babti. So we have Babti in our show this morning, and I want to bring Babti to you people to say hi. And if you are watching, please share this live video. Those of you watching on Instagram, those who are watching on YouTube, those who are watching on Facebook, wherever you are watching from, we have Akinteye Babatunde on the show this morning. We want to talk about the 2024 National Association of Nigerian Students pre-convention in Lagos. And we also want to ask him one or two things he has as an agenda for Nigerian students. So we have Babti Akinteye Babatunde, aka Babti, in the show. And I don't know whether network is taking him off, but yeah, he's back and we have him here. So, hello, Babti. You're welcome to the show. You're welcome to the show. My name is Chinedu Anichi, and this is African Voice in Diaspora. So, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Good evening. I am Akinteye Babatunde, the President of the Senate National Association of Nigerian Students.
Okay, President of the Senate National Association of Nigerian Students, Akinteye Babatunde, is on the show. And right now, we want to discuss a topic. And what we want to discuss is that the Senate presidency is preparing for a pre-convention in Lagos 2024. So, what are we expecting? What are we expecting in Lagos?
Thank you very much. It is our annual event where we do a Senate sitting, and in the Senate sitting, we choose a convention date where a new leadership will be brought on board. Also, the Senate sitting, we accredit our institutions that will vote in the next election. So it's always like an annual carnival for the Nigerian students. So the Senate sitting is just an avenue of bringing all the senators, who are senators, all the SUG presidents across the country. So it's an avenue of bringing them together where we come together, discuss issues affecting students, and also plan ahead of our convention. So we're going to have such of the sitting program in Lagos on the 4th to 8th of December 2024. So that is what is coming up, and that is what we are planning to do.
Okay, thank you, Bapti. Considering what the challenges we have in the country right now, please, oh my God, consider the challenges we have in the country now. One of the most important and most disturbing situation is the security situation in the country. So, what is your plan? What did you put in place to make sure that Nigerian students will come to Lagos hitch free and have a pre-convention?
Thank you very much. I said that is why you see in our letters we always carried along the state security department, the Nigerian police force, the civil defense, all security apparatus because from 4th, the students will be traveling. So every route the student will be passing through, we expect a enforcement of police and soldiers along our highways on the road to see to the safe traveling of students, because series of different students will be moving from the northeast, the northwest, the southwest, no, the southeast, the south, and the north central across the country to come to Lagos for the Senate sitting. So that is why when we have plans like this, we write to the security agencies and inform them of our plan. And they have always been doing a perfect job, because in history we hardly heard about students getting attacked during their movement to the convention, or we had the convention in we have a Senate sitting last month, in this month, in Bayelsa, and we also had one in Oyo, we had one in Kogi, and everyone that came to the Senate sitting, they came successfully, peacefully, and they returned back to their campuses peacefully and successfully. So this is not also going to be different from that. We are prepared, we are planned ahead, and we are going to have a successful outing by the special grace of God.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for that. Thank you for being very active with the security apparatus. And I also, hello, are you with me? Okay, I want to. I've been interacting with some of students leaders for a few days now. I've met with former senior presidents, former secretary generals of students, and this time I am meeting an incumbent NAS president, senior president, and I want to ask you something. There are things that all these people have been meeting within this period. All the leaders of students have been meeting in this period. They have been coming up with something concerning the administration of His Excellency uh, Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the most student-friendly government or administration. So, what's your take on this matter?
I can't say they are wrong with that assumption, because the records are there. And I will also not want to come here to be a mouthpiece for the government, as I will not be singing their praise. But we have the records there. This administration, we have seen fund, which is the student loan. Under this administration, we have seen the borrower screen. Under this administration, we have seen debt fund being money being increased. Under this administration, we have seen where the president has came out and give directive that every school should stop increasing their school fees. So the government, especially on the aspect of youth and students, this government has shown to be friendly and listening to the yearnings of the students. As I think those that have said the government is the most student friendly, I can't say they are wrong, but it's just a government of 2 years. And what we have seen so far, they are encouraging. The government has promised that these students will not go on any ASU strike during this government. And it's been 2 years and we've not been on strike due to ASU. NLC went on strike, ASU joined, that's different. But ASU have not gone to strike. The lecturers have been removed from IPPIS, which is one of the major problems that they have. So the government has shown that they are student friendly, and the government has shown they want to listen and they are listening to the yearning. Recently, CNG buses are given to the leadership of now. This is the first time in the history of this country that 20 buses, 20 will be given to the Nigerian students by the government. 20, 10 Marco Polos, 10 CN, 10 buses. Most government are always scared of giving buses to the students because they believe we use it to mobilize and come and protest against them later. But this government did not think of that, has given us 20 buses. So those that have said that, I can't say they are wrong. They are not wrong. They are right, and they know what they are saying.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. We understand from the testimony of others that the students is the government administration is students friendly, and you are confirming it with examples and evidence of what the administration has been able to put down for Nigerian students. I want to ask you personally, what do you think that Nigerian students, if they continue like this in this friendship with the government, how will it look? How will you assess the growth of education in the next 2 3 years in Nigeria? Did you hear me?
As you have said, the education standard in this country is not where we want it to be. But in reality, we are not where we were before. And we need to keep clamoring for the government to improve and invest more in education. So, if this government can continue like this, we can have a 8 year straight run of education. If we can continue like this 8 years straight run without ASU strike, is a gain. Without the calendar being disturbed, is a gain. Secondly, if we can continue and the tuition fee being payable by students is not arbitrarily increased, is also a gain. If we can continue and this student loan is really working, there is an upkeep loan, 20,000 per month for students, and their tuition fee are being paid by those that does not have money. If it can continue for a long 8 years joint, education standard will not be the same because many people that has dropped out of school before because they are unable to pay fee will come back to school and they are coming back. We are seeing testimonies of those showing interest to come to school now because they can go to school with net fund loan. So government need to invest more, and it's not even about investing more. The government are investing. They need to follow up their investments. Recently, billions of naira are paid to some school student fund for student school fees. Government should follow that money to the later end. That VCs are not embezzling that money. Those money should be used to invest in education. They should be used in buying reagents, used in buying laboratory apparatus, used in building infrastructures for students, used in equipping the classrooms, used in making the environment conducive for the students. Institutions are not paying salaries. It is the government that are paying salaries of their staff. So this money should be used, should be visible. All this money are used for. If the government can follow this money up and see what the visitors are using the money for, education standard will increase. It will increase. So if this government really mean well and they continue the way they have started, that they really mean well for the students, make sure that the investment continue massively through TET fund. Massive investment in TET fund because TET fund build most of our infrastructures in this country. Massive investment in net fund, in SUPEP, in UBC, UBEC. So by doing this and monitoring where this money are going to, it will improve. We will not be where we are today in the next 8 years.
Okay. Yeah. I want to come personally now. Now, you were former VP of NANS. You were former VP of NANS and now the senior president of NANS. Um, and you are about in few months now, you are going to bow and allow other people to come and serve. So what can you proudly say were your legacies you are leaving behind? Or what can you say? These are the things I added even in the constitution. Did I add or did I remove? So what exactly did your administration achieve legislatively and otherwise since you became a senior president?
As the vice president external affairs of NAS, I think I was the first vice president that went around to banks and went against CBN over the Form A issue that are affecting Nigerian students. Then you need Form A to get dollar. I was in different bank protesting and fighting because some students have applied. It takes months before they can get their money paid, even after they have paid the naira. So the corruption in Form A, I fought against it. I brought need come closer to Nigerian students. I oversee the diaspora NAS election, first of its kind, and I make sure the the NAS diaspora was strong. That today the legacy is here, it continues. As Vice President External Affairs, I stood and I fought for our students to be brought back to Nigeria during the War of Sudan. I was at the airport to receive them, and I make sure I follow up some of those students that can integrate back to the system, education system in Nigeria here. So there are many more like that. During the issue, one of our students was killed in India. I stood my ground and make statement and make sure the government is aware and fight to prosecute. Even the one that was also affected. There were some students in Malaysia that this agency sponsored. They sponsor them and they ignore them. This agency under NPA, I will remember their name. I went ahead, I fought for those students, their money should be paid, which they paid. That was at ZP external. So the records are there, our achievements are there. And our Senate President, the custodian of the Constitution, I've seen a lot of lacuna in our Constitution, which I have amended as we speak. And currently, very soon, there's going to be a Congress to ratify those amendments we have done. As Senate President of NAS, I've been on different campuses to advocate for students and school fees reduction. As Senate President of NAS, some students have been expelled, and through the Senate sitting, we have ordered the coordinator to go to the school and make sure they are reinstated, which they were reinstated. So I have been up front, fighting, standing and defending the interests of the students. So the records are there, the history are there, and we believe that one day we will remember for good. So we have added value, especially this constitution where we have amended. We have taken away bias, we've taken away personal interest, and we have put the interest of the organization and the interest of the student as priority.
Yeah, thank you, Bapti. Bapti, I want to also ask you, this students loan that is everywhere that loan can be accessed this time. How can, are you with me? Okay, so the issue of the students loan, how can we practically attest? Because from your office, let's hear from you, because those of us who are outside, we might be hearing, we don't know really what it is, but let our audience hear from you. How this students loan they are talking about, how practical it is. Is it? How practical is it? How do people assess it? We need a testament from you, from your office, to convince us really. You know, a lot of things are just in ideas in Nigeria, but never practiced. But from you, we can now know if those loans are really practically accessible.
But without being biased and on a very sincere note, this is the first government policy that is working the way it should be. And seeing this student loan working properly give us hope that truly, if the government wants to do something, they know how to do it. If they are serious, sincere, and serious about it. As we speak, the student loan, you don't need to know anybody. You don't need to have any connection. Just go online, nelf.edu.ng, apply, follow the process. All you need to have is your NIN, your matric number, and that's all. As far as you are in Nigeria and if you are on your NIN, you are qualified to have this student loan. And this student loan, they are paying in full of your tuition fee. It's not as if they will pay half, they will tell you to come back. No, they will pay for full, and they are paying directly to your school. They are also paying upkeep loan of 20,000 per month, which is 240,000 per year. So every month you get 20,000 upkeep loan, which will come to you. That one is paid personally to your account. And students are getting it. You can see on Twitter as people are giving attestation. So if a government policy that is giving money directly to students can work. Anything can work in this country if they really want to make it work. So this is the best policy so far in the history of this country when it comes to giving back to the masses. You apply, all you need to do is have a computer and internet or have a phone and internet. Apply, submit your details, and as far as it is approved, you will get the loan. You don't need to know anybody. You don't need to have anybody. You don't need to be the most brilliant. You don't need to be the most dullest. As far as you are a Nigerian student, you will get it. And that is what is happening.
Wow, that's great. That's great. That's great. We appreciate all your people's efforts and getting involved in the policy making attracted that loan. I now that after the pre-convention comes the convention. Normally in NAS, after the pre-convention comes the convention. So what's the promise you are giving us? That the contest that will come after that is going to be free and fair and going to be peaceful, because our problem has always been maybe go to convention and the result to chaos, or if there's no level playing ground, it results to different factions. So what are you putting in place, and what is your promise to us that is going to be peaceful and is going to be free and fair?
Uh, we there is nothing we can promise than to assure every aspirant of fairness and equity in the process. Every organization that follows the laws, the Bible of the organization, which is the constitution, to the letter, those organizations will always succeed. There is a constitution of NAS. Either I have a preferred candidate, either I don't have a preferred candidate. The onus is on me to make sure I follow the constitution of NAS and we do things rightly and fair. I can have a candidate and the candidate will lose. I can have and it will lose. We are not God. But the best and what I know we should do is to make sure that we are fair to all the aspirants. We do things according to our constitution and we do them rightly. So I can assure all aspirants, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be the best and the best convention. It's going to be the best. I can assure you of that.
Okay, I know you have an important meeting, and well, I just wanted to for us to hear from you and to assure Nigerian students that the pre-convention you are really prepared, and that's why I invited you to this show. But, before we go down, what is your strong message to Nigeria, the Nigerian students in general? What's your strong
My
message?
strong message to Nigerian students is that we should be in one spirit and we should continue to be in unity because that is the best way the government will continue to listen to us. If we have issues, if we want to fight the government, we should fight in unity. If we want to speak, we speak in unity. If we want to achieve things, we achieve in unity. And everybody should be able to stand to what is right at the right time. We have no other country than Nigeria. And also, we should be patriotic to our country. No matter how bad, no matter how worse Nigeria is still better than many countries. But most times, we don't know what we have until we have lost them. There are problems in the country, yes, we know. But can all of us leave the country? No. Can we work and support to give our bit? You are not in Nigeria now, and you are connecting with Nigeria as a leader, as a person, as a father. You are connecting to hear from people that are here from us. You are doing your part for the growth and betterment of the country. So we also on ourselves, we want Nigerian students to be patriotic, do their best for the betterment of this country. We should support the security, we should support our educational system, we should support the government, we should support even the economical reform that is going on in the country so that we can have a country that we can be proud of. That is the message I have for Nigerian students. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir, for having me.
Yeah, thank you for having what I was a NAS too. I'm still a NAS stakeholder. I don't know if you know. I was director of security and conflict resolution crisis management in NAS during Dan to Tony Moye, to Radical Brother, and to A.A. Mohammed and others. So I know what Senate presidency presents. This is my own contribution to bring the voice of NANS for global recognition. So, what can you tell Nigerian students about this show? And what can you tell Nigerian students about this Chinedu and its TV, African Voice in
Correct,
Diaspora?
Nigerian students.
What can you tell Nigerian students about this show, about this TV?
No, it's a good one. It's a show that is giving student leaders opportunity to speak, and it's bringing us together to share our ideas to even to people in diaspora. For instance, I have spoken about the student loan now. Those that does not know about it, they can know they can hear one or two things about it now. Some of them are in diaspora, they have families, they have children, they have families, they have brothers, they have sisters in the country that are asking them for school fees. If they cannot give, they can tell them there is a student loan, which they are getting to hear about it from this program. So the Nigerian is the program is a nice one. We'll keep supporting it. And if you want me to also be here again later, we will still be here. So thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. I know you have a meeting after this. We will leave
Yes,
you to
yes, thank
go.
you.
Leave you to go. Thank you for coming. And,
Thank you. Thank
we
you. God
wish
bless
you
you.
a hitch-free pre-convention in Lagos. God bless you. Hello, my people. We just had the president of the Senate of National Association of Nigerian Students, and want to hear from them. Based on everything is going on, people were talking about students' loan, talking about a lot of things that this government is, the Tinubu's government is students friendly, and I decided to look for their leaders to hear from them. So that's why I sought for the Senate president of NANS, um, Akinteye Babatunde, aka Bati, yes. So he was here. He did justice to the questions I threw to him. He said, really, this Tinubu's administration is students friendly. He mentioned a lot of things the administration have been able to do, and they listened to them and they get them involved in their policy making, especially the one that concerns school. He also said there are a lot of things yet untouched in the education system, of which is urging the government to look at that angle and improve on it. And if continue, if this administration continues in this spirit, a lot of good things will come. The major thing we have to take today is the students' loan. Please, if you have anybody in the higher institution in Nigeria, it is practically stated here, categorically stated, that there is students' loan going on now. Please tell your own people to go and apply. They said they just need your matriculation number, NIN, and some other one or two documents. So, and you access it through the internet. You don't need to know anybody. You don't need to have a godfather. You don't need to know anybody. So it's an opportunity for us to access the students' loan. Please tell your people. Nobody should be drop out of university anymore because of students' loan. So, because of school fees. So, students' loan is there now, so nobody can drop out of school now because of. Um, so, that is the reason why we're here today. I'm sorry, I just got some logistic things behind the scene to settle. But what we want to say now is that it is now clear that we have students' loan in Nigeria, just like we have in other countries. And there's assurance that we don't need to know anybody. You don't need to know anybody to access these loans. So no more dropout. You can't drop out of school because you don't have school fees. So even those of you us abroad, tell your brothers at home that there is something called students loan. They should go and look for the website. They should go and apply. And that is the way to go. That is the way to go. So we thank God for the Senate president who came here and categorically stated that it is in place, and anybody, despite your tribe, your religion, where you come from, or your financial status, you can access it. That the only thing that qualifies you is that you are a bona fide student of Nigeria, any of the Nigerian universities. So it's an opportunity for us. So tell somebody today, let people know, spread this good news that students' loan is now on in Nigeria. Just like in other countries where you have it. You have it in US, have it everywhere, so that people don't drop out of school because they don't have money. You access the loan. And so the Senate president stated here that the loan is paid in full. And there's also upkeep that they give students 20,000 every month. That's 2,400 every year. 2,400, 240,000, sorry, 240,000 naira every day. So please spread the message to everybody that we can now have a students' loan in Nigeria. So that's what we got from today's broadcast. Remember, tomorrow and Sunday, we'll be having a very serious. Tomorrow, we'll be having the first Black lady to be elected in an office in Galway, that's in Ireland, the entire island, that attracted the president of Ireland, and the lady is in Nigeria. Tomorrow, we'll be having her on this show. Her name is Chancellor Helen Ogbu. Will be live on this show, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 1 p.m. Central American time, and 7 p.m. Irish time for those of you who are in Ireland. So spread the news. Please come and participate. Please come and talk to her. Come and ask her question. Come and hear how she succeeded. Come and hear from her what she did that made her get to that level. So that's the essence. The essence of our coming to this show is to learn and apply some strategies from very experienced people that I bring here and use it to navigate to success too on your own side. So tomorrow, 8 p.m., Councillor Helen Ogbu from Galway, Ireland will be live on this show as the first Black woman to be elected into great office. So it will be a privilege for you to be here. On Sunday also, we'll be having a big show that will attract people from all over the globe, Africans from all over the globe. On Sunday, we'll be discussing DNA. Is DNA test, should it be encouraged? Is it part of African tradition? Should it be encouraged in families? Or should we say, no, it's not good, that you don't need to go for DNA? So we'll be talking and people will be calling in. We'll have numbers, we'll have people that will come in and contribute. We are going to have a co-host that day and everything will go well. So get prepared for tomorrow, 8 p.m. Get prepared for Sunday, 8 p.m. if you are in Nigeria. If you are in America, get prepared 1 p.m. Central American time. Get yourself prepared. It's going to be mind-blowing. So on Sunday, we'll be discussing DNA tests in African families. So listen, come and contribute. If you cannot watch on Facebook, if you don't have Facebook account, if you are watching on Facebook, go to Chinedu Anichi TV on Facebook. You will see us live. If you are watching on Instagram, go to Chinedu Anichi TV on Instagram. You will see us live. If you are watching on YouTube, go to Chinedu Anichi TV on YouTube. You'll be watching us live. This particular social media platforms will be showing our live shows on daily basis, 8 p.m. American time, 1 p.m. Central American time. So thank you today. For those of you on Instagram, I can see my son, Franka Fabian. I can see NK Christabel, 2K Munti. I can see Akan Donald, Alpha Love 333, Bell Akon 94. I am Chibite, Chineche Jude, and all of you. I can mention all your names. Lilian Ogadema, Lelos Visuals, Big Doctor, all of you. Mazi Placid One, thank you for showing up and watching the show. We rounded up today. It's always a 1 hour show, but the guy we had today was brief and straight to the point. So we rounded up within 30 minutes. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for supporting. For those of you on Facebook, Gambo Abaka Mohammed, thank you for coming. Jude Gabriel, Onyeka Chokwe, Omega King, all of you. I can't mention all your names, but just note it that I am grateful and I appreciate your coming. God bless you. Thank you. See you tomorrow.